You know, content that's actually good doesn't make your sales pitch stronger. It makes the pitch completely unnecessary. You think you need a better script or a more persuasive close, and you spend hours perfecting the final 2 minutes where you ask for the sale. You've had that moment, right? Where you hit record, you start talking about your program, and suddenly you hear someone else's voice coming out of your mouth. Maybe it's that loud, aggressive, viral sales coach who, when you watch it, you don't like that feeling. You can't stand it, and you realize that you're saying those exact same words and you throw up a little bit inside your own mouth. I know this because I experienced the exact same thing.
Why don't you let me fix you some of this new Mococo drink? All natural cocoa beans from the upper slopes of Mountain Nicaragua, no artificial sweeteners.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
That right there, that's that feeling, that jarring, unnatural transition from a normal human conversation to all of a sudden pitching like you're on an infomercial. And that feeling is your integrity telling you the entire approach is all wrong. But think of it this way, what if the goal of your content wasn't about setting up the pitch? What if the goal of the content was to make the pitch completely unnecessary? So here's the way I see it. Effective selling isn't about adding more pressure. It's about the strategic removal of resistance. And to show you what I mean, this tower here represents every single reason that a potential client might hesitate. It's their skepticism, their doubts, their limiting beliefs. This is their tower of resistance. And our job as coaches is to weaken it before we ever ask for a sale. So then how do we actually do it? Well, I teach my clients a simple system, and it's for their weekly short form content. We call it the 6 Ps. On day 1, they're gonna post a video about their philosophy. What's their unique perspective about something? The next day is gonna be about the person, and then the pain, and so on. Actually, this video that you're watching right now is designed to address all 6 of the Ps, making its own sales pitch completely unnecessary. So let me show you how it works as you experience being inside of it at the same time. So this is gonna be fun. So if we look at this as the length of the videos, then there's obstacles we gotta address. So the first P is philosophy. This is your unique belief. Like for example, the title of this video, your content should weaken your pitch. So here's what happens. When you share a counterintuitive philosophy, you remove the block that says you're just like everybody else. You establish yourself as an original thinker. The second P is person. This is where you tell a specific story about a person, a real person. It could be a client, it might be yourself. Maybe it's a successful coach who secretly hates the sales part of their content. When you do that, you remove the block that says, you don't understand me. The third stage is pain, not the problem, but the emotional pain that they experience. What's the emotional cost? The cringe, the disgust, the vomiting in your mouth. When you articulate the pain that they feel, but they haven't necessarily put it into words yet, then you remove the block that says, I'm the only one who feels this way. The fourth P is problem, the logical issue. For example, my content gets views, but no clients. When you clearly define the problem that you solve for your clients, then you remove the block of what do you actually do? Number 5 is proof. This is where you show receipts. It's not just about telling people, trust me, it works. You tell real stories. For example, Alex, who's my client, used this organic content system to build $50K in recurring revenue, $50,000. Or Sarah, who turned $2,000 of ad spend into $40,000 in sales in a single month. The proof isn't bragging, it's a tool for removing the single biggest block that are in people's minds. How do I know that what he's saying actually works? The final P is the plan. You gotta show them the next logical steps. You gotta give them a piece of the framework. For example, like a Costco taster. Give them a taste of your best stuff, of your method, and you give them a clear plan. And when you do that, you're gonna remove the block of confusion and overwhelm. So look at this tower now. I'm actually kind of scared it's about to fall over. After a single piece of content has addressed the 6 Ps, what I mean is the philosophy, the person, the pain, the problem, the proof, and the plan, this tower is fragile and it's ready. And right now, the call to action is not a jarring, hard selling pitch. It's not the Truman Show moment that you saw earlier. It's just a gentle nudge. For the right person at the right time, no push is needed. The resistance simply melts away, just like these Jenga blocks. If you hate that moment where helpful content turns into a weird sales pitch, where you're saying words that somebody else put into your mouth, then good. Your instincts are working. The problem isn't that you need a better pitch. The problem is that the content hasn't removed enough resistance yet. If you want to build the kind of content where the next step feels obvious, I've got a free training linked down below. It shows you how to acquire clients at $12,000 to $30,000 without hard ads or hard pitching. So click the link in the description and watch that one next.